It's so good to be with you in this moment. Just by listening, you've already begun to shift. There is something beautiful about allowing yourself to pause, breathe, and open your heart to a new truth. So often we carry silent beliefs that tell us we must work harder, push more, and strive endlessly to be worthy of wealth. But right now, let all that go. Take a soft breath and let it all melt away. You are not here to struggle for worthiness. You were born worthy. Wealth is not something far away, given only to others. Wealth is not a distant star you can only admire. It is a natural part of who you are. You don't have to chase it. You simply have to remember it, feel it, and allow it. Your journey to wealth begins inside your mind. Many people think that changing their life starts with action. And yes, action matters. But what comes before that? What makes action easy and joyful instead of forced and draining? It is the thought. It is the belief. It is the feeling that rises from within and makes new action possible. So if you're here feeling tired or discouraged or wondering why things haven't worked out yet, be kind to yourself. The first step is not to do more. It's to think differently, and not just on the surface, but deep in that beautiful, powerful mind of yours. That's where real wealth begins. You are not broken. You are not behind. Your life is not a mistake. Maybe you've heard other voices say otherwise, voices that said you were too late, too slow, too unworthy, but none of that is true. The truth is, there is a power inside you, always present, always loving, and always ready to help you create something new. This power responds to your thoughts, your emotions, and your vision. When you bring your mind into harmony with abundance, your outer world begins to reflect that harmony, not overnight, not by magic tricks, but by quiet transformation. A shift here, a change there, a door opening, an idea forming, a connection made, all because you allowed your inner wealth to lead. You may be thinking, how do I do this? Where do I begin? And I will say, begin right where you are. Begin with your breath. Begin with your willingness to see yourself in a new way. You are safe to explore this path. You are safe to open to wealth. No one can take your power unless you give it away. And now, you are taking it back, gently, lovingly, with grace. So today, I invite you to treat your thoughts like seeds. Plant only the ones you wish to see bloom. And the most powerful seed you can plant right now is this: I am open to receive. I am ready to grow. I allow abundance to flow through me with ease. Let's go deeper. Wealth is not just about money. It is about feeling supported. It is about knowing you are provided for. It is about walking into the day with trust in your heart. That trust changes how you speak, how you move, how you show up. It softens the fear and strengthens the joy. Wealth is an energy, and it begins in the mind. So let's begin there. Let's give the mind a new message, one of love, one of belief, one of permission to thrive. You see, your mind is not separate from your body. What you think, you feel. What you feel, you carry. The body listens closely to every thought you think, and if your thoughts are filled with fear, the body tightens. If your thoughts are filled with lack, the body contracts. But when your thoughts are filled with peace, trust, and abundance, the body begins to relax. You stand taller, you breathe deeper, your heart opens, and from that place, you create more freely. Everything is connected. Your thoughts, your breath, your heart, your hands, they all work together. When your mind believes in wealth, your body begins to expect it. Your actions align naturally. You begin to make choices that honor your value. You say yes to things that uplift you and no to things that drain you. That's the magic of harmony between mind and body. It's not about forcing change. It's about allowing it to rise from within. Many people live in a loop. They think thoughts of lack, feel anxious, act from fear, and then receive more lack. This is not a punishment. It's simply a reflection of the energy that was sent out. But when you become aware of this loop, you can choose to step out of it. You can plant new thoughts that lead to new feelings, new actions, and new results. Even one loving thought can begin to break the old cycle. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing. Close your eyes if that feels good. Take a breath and say gently within, I am safe to change. I am safe to believe in more. I am safe to grow beyond the past. These words matter. These words carry energy. Speak them not to the world, but to the part of you that is still unsure. Let that part know that it is loved, not judged. Let that part know that there is time. Let it know that wealth is not a race. It is a rhythm, one you are learning to hear. Now let's explore a quiet truth. The subconscious mind holds the keys. This part of the mind is like a garden. Whatever is planted there grows without question. It does not argue. It does not analyze. It simply accepts. So if deep down the soil is filled with thoughts like, I don't deserve, or there's never enough, or money is hard to get, then those are the plants that will grow. Not because you are bad, not because you failed, but simply because that's what was planted, often by others long ago. The good news is this: you can plant something new. You can clear the old roots, bless them for what they taught you, and gently create space for fresh beliefs. This is where true wealth begins, not in outer effort, but in inner permission. When the subconscious is filled with images of wealth, ease, support, and joy, the outer life begins to shift. Not always in big, loud ways, but in steady, loving ones. The subconscious is shaped through repetition, emotion, and imagery. So if you often hear messages of lack, feel fear, and picture struggle, the subconscious accepts that as the pattern. But what happens when you speak words of abundance, feel peace, and imagine success? The subconscious begins to open. It starts to soften. It becomes fertile ground for new growth. And with loving consistency, it begins to reflect a new truth. Let's say this softly, like a song your soul can hum. It is safe for me to be wealthy. It is safe for me to be supported. I welcome new thoughts that lead to new joy. Don't rush these words. Let them move through you like sunlight through a window. Let them touch the places that have waited to be seen. You are not here to repeat the pain of others. You are not here to carry someone else's fear. You are here to become free. You are here to remember your light, your worth, your beauty, and your birthright to receive. Yes, receive. Not chase, not struggle, receive. There is power in that word. There is softness and strength in that word, and you are worthy of both. So today, begin to notice your thoughts, not to judge them, but to gently listen. When a thought of lack appears, smile at it. Thank it for trying to protect you, and then softly choose a new thought, one that supports your truth, not your fear. Over time, this becomes natural, like breathing, like walking, like love. You are not alone on this path. There is a deeper part of you, wise, loving, and eternal, that walks with you every step of the way. As you go forward, know this: the power to reprogram your mind lives within you. It is not in a book or a class or a formula. Those may help, but the true shift begins with your choice, your voice, your love. Speak kindly to yourself. Trust the process. And know that the wealth you seek is already seeking you. not just in the outer world, but in the sacred space of your own beautiful mind. There is a gentle language the subconscious understands more deeply than any words. It is the language of images, of feeling, of presence. This is where visualization becomes such a sacred key. The subconscious doesn't argue or reason. It absorbs what is repeated with emotion and clarity. When you create a mental picture of wealth and you feel it in your body as if it were already true, the subconscious begins to believe it. And when the subconscious believes it, it starts to shift everything in your experience to match that inner image. Think of the subconscious as a projector. Whatever film you place within it, whatever story you play, it will shine outward into the screen of your life. So often people replay old films without knowing it. Stories of limitation, stories of fear, stories of not enough. But today you are writing a new script. You are choosing a new scene. One where wealth is familiar, where money flows freely, where your needs are lovingly met. You don't have to make it perfect. You just have to feel it, little by little. Visualization is not pretending, it's remembering. Somewhere deep inside, your soul already knows what it feels like to be fully supported. Visualization is simply tuning back into that frequency. Picture yourself waking up in peace, knowing your bills are paid, your work is fulfilling, your heart is light. Picture the numbers in your bank account rising steadily. Picture your hand reaching out to give with joy and receiving without guilt. Picture the smile on your face as opportunities find you with ease. Breathe it in. Let your body feel it as if it were happening now. The more detail you give these visions, the more real they become to your inner mind. And the more real they become within, the more naturally they begin to appear without. This is not force, it is flow. When you visualize, you activate the energy of allowing. You shift from wishing to knowing, and that knowing is what brings life to the seeds you plant. Use this gentle power often. Even a few minutes a day can create a beautiful ripple. Let's begin together, gently. Close your eyes and picture a life where wealth comes with grace. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the emotions of safety, ease, and delight. Maybe you're walking into a home you love. Maybe you're receiving a message of gratitude for the good you've shared. Maybe you're watching your savings grow or hearing the laughter of someone you've helped. Hold that picture, let it warm you. Let it settle deep in your heart. Then say quietly, "This is mine. This is possible. This is safe." Each time you do this, you train your mind to expect more good. And what you expect, you begin to experience. So let your mind rehearse wealth every day, not because you must, but because it feels good. Let your imagination be your ally. Let it lead you toward the life you were always meant to live. When the sun rises and the world is still quiet, the mind is most open. In these soft morning hours, before the noise of the day begins, there is a sacred window, a space where your thoughts shape the tone of everything to come. This is the perfect moment to visualize, to affirm, to tune your heart to the frequency of wealth. Begin your morning not by checking problems or rushing to-do lists, but by returning to your inner sanctuary. You can sit in stillness, place your hand on your heart, and gently ask, "What is the energy I wish to carry today?" Then, picture yourself living that answer. If the energy is abundance, see yourself moving through the day with confidence and joy. See every interaction flowing easily. See yourself receiving an idea, a solution, a payment, a compliment with openness and grace. This is not fantasy. This is training your inner world to reflect the truth of your worth. As you do this, you may wish to speak gentle words of affirmation. You might say, I am open to receive wealth in expected and unexpected ways. I allow prosperity to flow into my life with ease. Money supports me and helps me serve the world with joy. These are not just sentences, they are invitations to the subconscious. You are not trying to convince yourself with force. You are simply feeding the mind something new, like offering light to a flower that's been in the shade. This morning practice is not about perfection. Some days the mind will wander. Some days the doubts will rise. That's okay. You are not failing. You are learning. And with each loving repetition, your mind becomes more familiar with ease, more comfortable with success, more welcoming of wealth. Keep going, keep showing up. Even 2 minutes of clear, heart-filled visualization can shift the way your day unfolds. You may also begin your day with gratitude. Before your feet touch the floor, whisper softly, "Thank you for this new day. Thank you for the wealth I already have. Thank you for the wealth that is on its way." Gratitude aligns you with abundance, not by pretending everything is perfect, but by noticing the good that already exists. And the more you notice it, the more it grows. As your day continues, carry that energy with you. When you walk, imagine you are walking in the direction of your dreams. When you speak, speak with trust. When you listen, listen for wisdom. Every moment becomes a sacred part of your abundance practice, not by effort, but by awareness. And if something tries to shake your peace, a bill, a delay, a doubt, pause and return to your morning vision. Close your eyes if you can. Take a breath. Picture again the truth you chose. This practice is not about avoiding life. It is about meeting life with a new lens, a lens that reflects love, not fear. You are not escaping, you are embodying, and each morning you are choosing to remember the truth. Wealth is within me, and it is safe to let it flow. As the day comes to a close, another sacred doorway opens. Nighttime, too, holds a quiet power. It is a time when the conscious mind softens and the subconscious becomes more open, more receptive, more impressionable. What you think and feel before sleep travels deeply into the inner mind, planting seeds that will continue to grow while you rest. So this is a perfect time to affirm your wealth, to visualize abundance, and to release any resistance from the day. Begin by creating a space of peace within. You may lie down, place your hand on your belly, and breathe softly. Let the muscles relax. Let the mind slow down. Let the heart return to stillness. If there were worries during the day, acknowledge them with kindness, then let them drift away like clouds. You are not those thoughts. You are the awareness beneath them. And in this awareness, you are free to choose again. Picture your ideal life as you fall asleep, not with pressure or urgency, but with calm delight. Imagine yourself waking up in a home you love, doing work that inspires you, surrounded by beauty, ease, and joy. Feel the comfort of knowing you are financially supported, that you are guided, that all your needs are met before you even ask. Let these pictures sink into your heart. Let your whole body relax into this vision. And as sleep begins to come, say softly to yourself, "Everything I need is flowing to me now. I am a magnet for divine abundance. My dreams are safe, and they are growing as I rest." This bedtime visualization is not about forcing the future. It is about opening the inner door to what is already yours. Each night, you create a gentle pathway between now and what can be. You don't have to know how. You don't have to figure out the steps. Your only task is to feel the truth of your desire, to allow it to wrap around you like a warm blanket, and to let the mind accept it as already real. You can also end the day with a short gratitude reflection. Think of 3 blessings from the day, no matter how small. Maybe someone smiled at you. Maybe you had a moment of peace. Maybe you caught a new idea or felt a little lighter than yesterday. These moments matter. They are proof that you are shifting. They are signs that your energy is changing. And where energy shifts, life follows. As you fall asleep, know this: your subconscious is listening. It hears the stories you tell in silence. It remembers what you feel in the quiet. So choose loving stories. Choose calm emotions. Choose visions that nourish you. And say, just once more before sleep fully takes you, I am worthy of a wealthy life. I am safe to dream big. I trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Sleep becomes sacred when you use it to plant beauty. Dreams become divine when they rise from peace. And your future becomes abundant when your inner world rests in truth. You are doing beautifully. You are becoming more and more aligned with wealth. And tonight, as you close your eyes, you are inviting abundance into every corner of your being, softly, sweetly, and with love. There is something deeply powerful about looking into your own eyes, not to judge, not to analyze, but to simply witness yourself with love. Mirror work is one of the most healing and transformative practices because it brings all your attention into the present moment. When you look into your reflection and speak words of truth and kindness, something inside begins to shift. The walls start to soften, the old beliefs begin to tremble, and slowly, gently, you begin to remember how deeply valuable you are. Many people avoid the mirror, not just because of appearance, but because of what it brings up. The mirror reflects more than a face. It reflects our beliefs about who we are. If those beliefs have been shaped by criticism, fear, or rejection, the mirror can feel like a painful place. But that's exactly why it can become the most sacred place of healing. When you choose to meet your own gaze with gentleness, you begin to rewrite the story. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to pretend. You simply need to look, breathe, and speak with love. Try this softly. Look into your eyes and say, I am worthy of wealth. I am valuable. I deserve to thrive. I give myself permission to receive all the good life has for me. Let the words come from your heart, not your head. Even if it feels uncomfortable, even if tears rise, stay present. That's healing. That's transformation. Over time, this becomes a sacred ritual, a place where you return again and again to build the foundation of self-worth. When you see yourself as valuable, you treat yourself as valuable. You take different actions. You choose different relationships. You speak up. You say no with grace. You say yes with confidence. And wealth responds to that. The universe always reflects back the energy you radiate. So when your energy says, I am ready to be supported, life finds a way to support you. You might keep a mirror near your workspace or in your bag, and each time you pass by, let it be a moment of truth, not vanity, truth. Look and say one kind thing. Let that be your offering. Let that be your seed. This is not about ego. This is about returning to love. And love, dear soul, is always the doorway to abundance. Gratitude is one of the most beautiful forms of wealth. It turns what you have into enough, and it prepares you to receive more. Gratitude says to the universe, I notice, I appreciate, I welcome. It is not about settling. It is about celebrating. When you bless what you have, you invite more to come. You open the channels. You align with the energy of receiving. Gratitude does not require grand gestures. It lives in the simple things: a warm cup of tea, a kind word, a safe place to sleep. Each of these moments is a reminder that abundance already exists in your life, and as you focus on these blessings, you shift your frequency. You move from fear to trust, from lack to plenty, from waiting to allowing. You can begin a gratitude practice today. Just write down 3 things that brought you peace, joy, or comfort. Do this daily. Let it become a gentle rhythm, and don't forget to include yourself. Thank yourself for being brave, for showing up, for healing. The more you include yourself in your gratitude, the more whole you become. There is also great power in saying thank you in advance. Thank the universe for the wealth that is already on its way. Thank life for the solutions that haven't yet arrived, but are forming even now. This is not denial, it is faith. It is planting your energy in the field of possibility, and that field is always fertile when touched by love. Let this be your quiet mantra. I am thankful for the wealth I have. I am thankful for the wealth that is coming. My heart is open to receive. These words are simple, but their power is deep. They change your vibration. They soften resistance. They invite miracles. When you wake, say thank you. When you eat, say thank you. When you rest, say thank you. Each thank you becomes a stepping stone on your path to a richer, fuller life. And the more you give thanks, the more you'll find to be thankful for. Sometimes, even with all the right thoughts, all the loving actions, something still feels blocked. That's often a sign that there's resistance, hidden emotions, old wounds, unspoken beliefs, keeping abundance at arm's length. And one of the most loving ways to dissolve that resistance is through forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about approving of what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of carrying it. Holding on to anger, guilt, or regret is like holding your hands closed. You can't receive with closed hands. When you forgive, you open, you soften, you make space for something new to arrive. And wealth, dear one, flows into open hands, not clenched fists. Start by turning inward. Is there any part of yourself you are still judging? Any past decision you can't let go of? Any moment where you felt ashamed, small, or not enough? Bring that moment into your heart with tenderness. Speak softly. I forgive myself. I did the best I could with what I knew then. I now choose to love myself fully. You can also look outward. Is there someone you still carry anger toward? Someone who hurt you, dismissed you, or made you feel less than? You don't need to justify their actions. You don't even need to speak to them. But in your own heart, for your own peace, you can say, I release you. I forgive you. I no longer choose to carry this pain. This doesn't mean forgetting. It means releasing your attachment to the story so you can write a new one. Forgiveness clears the path for blessings to arrive. It unblocks your energy. It heals your nervous system. It brings light to the shadow and makes room for grace. And grace is where true wealth lives. You might do a forgiveness meditation before bed, or write a letter you never send, or simply breathe and say, I let go. I open to love. These small acts are big shifts. They are the steps that lead you home to your true self, a self that is whole, radiant, and ready to receive. You are the author of your experience. You are the painter of your inner world. Every thought you think, every belief you choose, every image you hold shapes the life you live. And now you are choosing with awareness. You are choosing with love. You are choosing with trust. That is the most powerful place to begin. There is nothing wrong with wanting more. There is beauty in growth. There is wisdom in expansion. The desire for wealth is not selfish. It is sacred, because when you are supported, you give more freely. When you are abundant, your gifts multiply. When you are well, the world around you begins to heal too. So take these practices into your life. Visualize your joy. Speak your affirmations. Do your mirror work. Feel your gratitude. Forgive what no longer serves. And know that with each small act, you are reprogramming your mind to match the truth of your soul. Let this truth guide you. I am one with the energy of abundance. I am aligned with the flow of prosperity. Wealth is natural to me. I welcome it now. Let these words become the rhythm of your days. Let them fill your mornings, your nights, your choices, and your dreams. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to fix anything. You simply need to align with what is already yours. Abundance is not out there. It is within you. And every time you choose love over fear, peace over panic, trust over doubt, you step closer to the life you were born to live. Let this be your moment. Let this be your turning point. You are safe. You are supported. You are deeply loved. And wealth, true, joyful, life-giving wealth, is already finding its way to you. Breathe in this truth, hold it close, and go forward in peace, knowing that the universe walks with you every step of the way.